Here are 5 incredible tips that will help you win more points when you approach the net in tennis. Tip number 1, aim your approach shots low over the net. When you step inside the court you have to work with is now shorter. And if you don't aim a particular height over the net, it's very easy to hit too high over the net and the ball goes out. When you come inside the court, aim lower over the net. I hit those 2 balls the same speed. Obviously the one that went lower went in, the one that went high was out. If you're not the type of person who aims a particular height over the net, I'm so glad you stumbled upon this video. That right there, you got your money's worth in this video. Come inside the court, aim low, and you'll hit much better approach shots, much more consistent approach shots. So I've connected the Proton ball machine, the only ball machine on the market as far as I'm concerned. It is absolutely incredible. Connected it to my watch. I know when the ball's gonna come out because it starts blinking right before the ball shoots out, so I can time my approach. And I'm gonna aim my approach shots low. And I programmed it to give me 10 seconds to come back. That way I'm not wasting balls. So I just wait. Here we go. Approach, low over the net. Here we go. Tip number 2, have a perfect ready position. After you hit your approach shot low over the net, you need to be ready. It's not called a starting position. It's not called a waiting position. What is it called? A ready position. If you don't have a ready position and a perfect one, then you're simply not ready. Just today, I did a live Zoom call with a student of mine. He sent me video footage of him playing singles. And we noticed after his approach shot, he was running in like this. So he was ready for backhand volleys, but he was always late on forehand volleys. Come to the net with a perfect ready position. Elbows away from the body, the racket a good distance away from your stomach. If you're a 2-handed backhand volleyer, both hands on the grip. If you're a 1-hand backhand volleyer, have the non-hitting hand on the throat of the racket, but have a high quality ready position, and the chances of you being able to handle whatever shot your opponent gives you after your approach goes way up. Tip number 3, you've got to split step. After you hit the approach shot and you're coming forward, around the time your opponent hits the ball, you've got to make this move. It's what I call run on a balance beam and jump on a horse. Just imagine you're up on a balance beam and there's a horse at the end of it facing away from you. And you run along the balance beam and then you grab onto the reins and you jump on a horse. That's kind of the idea, right? Run on a balance beam, jump on a horse. You need to make that move, that split step, just after your opponent hits. The landing of the split step needs to happen after the opponent contacts the ball. So if you're the type of person who lands your split step before they hit, now you have to wait to see where it goes. And now it's too hard to break inertia, and now you're flat-footed, and now it's hard to get going again. You want to land just after they hit. It's actually specifically between 0.2 and 0.25 seconds after they strike the ball, so that when you land, you can move in any direction, because as you're coming down to the split, you already see where the ball is going, and when you land, you can take off in that direction. If you're the type of player who struggles timing the split step with your opponent's shot, then just try this. Hit the approach shot and take, on average, 3 steps. Hit the approach, 1, 2, 3, split step. The reason is because by the time your approach shot gets to the opponent and they hit, you'll be able to take around 3 steps and then split. If you crush the approach shot, you may only get 2 steps. If you hit a slower approach shot, maybe your opponent's farther back behind the baseline, you might be able to get 4 steps. But on average, taking 3 steps takes the guesswork out of having to time the split step. It'd be best if you can time it perfectly, but I'm just trying to help you out if you struggle timing it. Hit the approach 1, 2, 3, or around 3 steps, and then split step. At first, I'd rather you mistime your split step than not split step at all. And with practice, you'll get better at it. So watch me hit these shots. I'm gonna aim low, I'm gonna have a perfect ready position, and I'm gonna have a perfect split step, allowing me to adjust my movements and my core positioning for my opponent's shot. Tip number 4, when you see the ball coming to you and you're going to hit a volley, set your racket where the ball is going to arrive and have your racket be a wall. I watch coaches on social media teaching laying back the racket. I recently just came across a video of someone saying, imagine you're going to hit the ball with the butt cap, setting the racket open. I mean, if you're a golfer, what do you think happens with a club that's this lofted? Where's the ball going to go? You've got to have a putter if we're talking golf. You've got to have your racket like a wall and be able to take the wall to the ball. Dick Braden, great base, and Steve Smith, take the racket, which is a wall, not just to the ball, but through the ball. It increases the likelihood that you're going to make the shot. One thing you can do, and the ready position helps you with this, if you're the type of player who lays your racket open on volleys, blame your elbows. Get your elbows away from your body. You'll notice players who lay the racket too far back, their elbow is always in and close to the body. Watch what happens to my racket if I push the elbow out. See how that makes the racket a wall? If you've been told, hold a ball in your in your armpit to keep the elbow close, that's what explains the racket laying open, and then you got to flip the racket or chop. Just raise the elbow out, correcting the racket, making it a wall. It's the back elbow on the backhand, it's this elbow on the forehand. Create a wall, and the chance of being consistent, especially when your opponent hits the ball quite hard, even when it's slow, but when it's quite hard, it's going to go way up. Tip number 5, move through your volley. You don't want to stop and volley, but rather keep your feet moving through the shot. See, when you're moving, you're on balance. Imagine you're in the passenger seat in a car, a friend of yours is driving, and you're asleep. As they're driving, if they stay a constant speed, you stay asleep. But if they slam on the brakes or slam on the gas, that's when you wake up and you're like, oh my gosh, what's going on? You fall off balance when you slow down abruptly or speed up abruptly. So just keep your speed through the volley and you'll be on balance through the shot. Many players are under the assumption that after you split step and you move, you should stop when you hit the ball. In fact, I've heard commentators, after a player has missed a volley, they'll say, he ran through that volley, got to slow down. Completely incorrect. Typically, when that happens, the player didn't split step, so they were off balance. That's why they missed the volley and seemed out of control. It wasn't that they moved through the ball on the volley, it's that they kept running as the opponent was hitting their passing shot, so then they were off balance to begin with. Hence, I taught you the split step as tip number 3. So you're gonna watch me do all 5 of these ideas. I'm gonna aim low. I'm gonna have a perfect ready position. I'm gonna split step. I'm gonna set my racket like a wall, and I'm gonna move my body through the shot. If you stop, that's oftentimes when you swing. You gotta get a power source from somewhere. The volley is a momentum power source, so we wanna keep our momentum so that there's no need to swing. All right, let's do it. Now, if you're tired of lugging around your old and outdated ball machine, then just make your tennis friends jealous and get the Proton ball machine by Hydrogen Sports. And right now you can get free shipping in the USA when you use my link. It's in the description. You'll find it in the first comment. You'll also see it on the screen at the end of this video. The Proton is fully programmable using its intuitive app. In fact, you control it using your smartphone or watch. It holds up to 100 balls and weighs less than 20 pounds. To see how truly amazing this ball machine is, and to get free shipping when you order one, be sure to use my link. So click right there to check out the Proton ball machine, and with that link, you're given a coupon code for free shipping. You work on these 5 tips to help you when going to the net in tennis, and there's no doubt you're going to gain confidence, win more matches, and play much better tennis. This is Ryan Reedy from 2minutetennis.net. You got this.